going into your fourth week. What are your thoughts going into this game? How's practice been a little different for this matchup?
Going into my fourth week, how do I feel? I feel pretty good. I think I'm doing well in my run blocks. I think I'm being consistent in my pass rushes. I like to be a little more consistent in my pass rushes, working edges, and really get to that quarterback a little faster. But I feel like I'm being consistent. Just got to keep growing and keep being consistent. Your second question was how's practice for this week? It's going well. I think last week we did a good job of really really kind of locking down and really going over our stuff, as Coach Woods would call it, extra walkthroughs, and then our leaders Malcolm Smith and Miles Garrett called a film session after practice on a Thursday. So I think we're starting to really come together and really start to put stuff together and really have our leaders take over.
We saw that click. Obviously, the defense had just a massive game in week 3. Is that something that you feed off of, moving forward, or is it just 1 week at a time? Do you like go off of that?
Yeah.
Do you feed off of that performance?
I mean, yeah, you of course you want to go out there and be able to say, I'm gonna do that again. But this is a National Football League, and teams are different, So, but I think our deal is that now that we put it on tape, we've shown what we can do, and we show that we can do it. So I think now we have to go out there and show. We have a quarterback that's been in the league for a little bit longer, a team that's been together a little bit longer. Can we go out there and do the same thing as we did to the Chicago Bears? And so, it's always the test, and that's always a challenge. But consistency wins games in this league, and that's what we want to be.
We were told that Joe Woods didn't necessarily call, a more aggressive game or do anything differently in his approach. It was more of a player's, impact. But with, the increase of blitzes early on, is that something that you guys are comfortable with and looking forward to do more, or are there more intricate ways to approach each game? Yeah,
we just listen to Coach Woods. Is nice. He's being very modest, but he's the one who puts us in position. He's the one staying after work with his staff and really putting us in the right position. So I appreciate him. For us, it's just to go out there and do whatever he says and call and play whatever he calls. So, we have to be ready. We have to be knowledgeable. We have to understand the situations and what they like to do. And whatever he calls, he's going to put us in the right position. It's just it's up to us to execute.
Miles?
When Miles has a game like he did, how does that help not just you, but the entire defensive line, putting pressure in games ahead?
I mean, first for that game, games ahead allows offensive linemen to really slide to him, so it opens up a lot of one-on-ones, and we got to kind of capitalize on those one-on-ones. And it just puts fear in the offensive heart. Those tackles that see him, they're probably telling those guards, hey, I need some help. And then you have a JD or myself or a Malik McDowell or Jordan down there, they have to kind of be careful of that because, we're very good rushers in our own right. So it creates stress for the O-line, but then it opens up things for us where we can go out there and work our individual, attributes and really go out there and win our one-on-ones.
Miles Garrett obviously had some comments about the defense stepping up and trying to get together and you guys gelling, and then right after those comments you guys kind of pulled it together. Is that leadership something that, obviously, I feel like you're also a leader, is that leadership something that resonates with the defense, and how does that message help? How does that reside with you guys?
No, I think it definitely resonates with us. It's cool when you have a young guy like Miles who's coming in, who's a great Hall of Famer already, crazy because it's his 6th year, you know what I mean, doing big things. But, when he can get the group together and call us up because he feels like we need to do something, I think it's just seeing him grow into his leadership role, into his captain role, So I think he's doing a great job. What was your second part of the question?
Just that message, how was it received, and were the conversations like we have to step this up, we're heading into week 3 kind of thing?
No, I think the conversations were really light. It was just like, yo, we're gonna go do this at 2:55. Everybody needs to be there, and that's all that really needs to be said. We understand what Coach Woods wants. We understand the first 2 weeks we weren't getting off the field on 3rd down, and we need to be a little more stout in a few other areas. So when you got guys calling stuff up, you don't really think about, oh my God, he's taking my time. It's like, no, we really need to fix this. So later down the road, we can say we fixed this, we're consistent now, and kind of have Coach Woods trust us and kind of give us more out of his playbook to be a little more exotic, because it's important for these coaches to trust us and feel that we'll go out there and do what they say when they say it.